What's happening, YouTube? Back again after not very much time has elapsed since the last video. And it's done pretty well. Gotten some positive feedback. Had a few views on the live premiere. I think in the future we'll be setting those up to air later on in the day as opposed to 11 a.m. Don't get a lot of YouTube traffic. There's going to be a lot more of those. Just based on the feedback and my enjoyment of doing those types of videos. Yeah, expect more. There's like an endless array of films for me to choose from to feature in further high defamation reviews. Now, in the meantime, placate you with some fucking music. Specifically, I'm doing a response to Analog Archives. Dennis just put up a video showing off horror soundtracks. I like soundtracks a whole lot. So yeah, I pulled some to talk about. I may have shown one or two of these in a previous video. Fucking so good. Richard Band's Reanimator soundtrack. Right there. Dennis actually showed that one. I'm not going to talk too much about it because I tried to pull some shit that Dennis did not show in his video. So yeah, I guess we're just going to dive right into it. Got some tapes. Not many, but a few that I think are cool. And we're going to start off with probably the hokiest of the bunch. AC/DC, Who Made Who? What? That's not a soundtrack, you might say. Au contraire. Au contraire. Maximum Overdrive soundtrack. It's like a best of / gathering of tracks for play on a movie that I don't know. I love Maximum Overdrive. A lot of people think it's garbage. I think it's fun trash. Emilio Estevez, perfect in that role. I love the fucking atmosphere and the rapport between all of the actors. It's one of those movies that you watch and it's like, these guys probably had a blast making this movie. Cocaine probably helped a little bit, at least in Stephen King's part. But yeah, Who Made Who? Great shit. The next one. Day of the Dead. Look at that glare. Oh, oh. Kooky. This is Day of the Dead, the original cassette soundtrack released by, who put this thing out? Dead Films Inc. Soundtrack by Goblin, I believe. Doesn't say on here. It's pretty bare bones. Original motion picture soundtrack, George A. Romero's Day of the Dead. I love this soundtrack. It is fucking great. It's a little bit more downbeat than the Dawn of the Dead soundtrack, which I also like. It's another great score from Zombie. Not from Zombie, from Goblin. The movie in Italy was called Zombie. And if you haven't seen the Italian cut of George A. Romero's Dawn of the Dead, Zombie, the Argento cut, fucking do yourself a favor and check that shit out. It rules. Day of the Dead rules, and the Day of the Dead soundtrack also rules. We've got another tape, the last tape. This is actually a fan-made joint for The Evil Dead. I don't remember where I got this, who I got this from, but it's fucking cool. They put a lot of care into this release. You got pages from the Necronomicon. A bunch of them. Just cool shit. And then, of course, the cover. And the music, Joseph Do Luca. And yeah, it's just the Evil Dead soundtrack. Aside from the packaging and the fact that it's a fan-made package, if you've got the Evil Dead soundtrack on wax or CD, same thing right here. Rules, fucking rules. One of the best soundtracks. That said, let's move on to some vinyl, some vinyls. I haven't said that in a while. I feel kind of scummy doing it, so I'm not going to do that anymore. Oh! The level of professionalism in these videos is never ending. So the first record we're going to show off today. This is Coil with the unreleased themes for Hellraiser. Yeah, these are tracks that were originally supposed to appear on the Hellraiser soundtrack, directed by Clive Barker. Studio said no to the Coil cuts, however, and they used a Christopher Young score, which is also excellent, and I've also got that, but Dennis showed that. So yeah, this is a 10-inch Coil record, and it rules. It's hard to find. Probably one of our more rare soundtracks here. Mine's got a little bit of water damage, which is annoying. But, you know, it is what it is. It's kind of old, so that's what you get. Am I re-sleeving on camera? You fucking know it. Next up, and the only order these are in, aside from Hellraiser, is alphabetical. So yeah, we got Demons 2 by Simon Boswell. Demons 2, the sequel to Demons, which is a classic. Demons 2 is probably nearly as classic. Lamberto Bava film. Lamberto Bava being the son of Mario Bava. Demons is probably his most well-known joint, and it's phenomenal. Demons 2, basically, it's Demons 2 to Demons is like Evil Dead 2 to Evil Dead. I can't recommend either one highly enough. This is a repress. A lot of, I don't know, we buy a lot of the represses. A lot of those originals, like specifically the Varis Sarabande albums, kind of go for big money if you stumble across them. I saw an OG Phantasm not too long ago, and it was spendy, man. I had to kind of pull myself back from snagging it, but a lot of these reissues come packaged quite nicely, if I do say so myself. Next up, we've got House. Oh, but not just House, also House 2. This is a double vinyl, gatefold. Really fucking nice gatefold. This freaking is housed in some of the sturdiest cardboard ever. Nice, I don't know if you can see that, translucent blue wax. Really fucking nice. And I think the other one is the same color, so we won't be pulling that out. But yeah, House. Composed by James Manfredini. Harry Manfredini. And he's pretty much a household name at this point. He scored all the Friday the 13th. Deep Star 6 was a Harry Manfredini score. Yeah, he's done a lot of scores, but his House score, specifically this first one, is fucking just great. Really fucking great. And House 2, no slouch either. Fucking rules. Movies also are great. House is just one of those like weird horror gems that could only come from the 80s. House 2 kind of follows suit. It's a little more on the comedy side than on the horror side. The first House, I feel like, managed to blend the comedy and the horror pretty seamlessly. It's fucking great. Next up, this is a favorite right here for sure. If I can struggling here. We have got Pieces. This was released by Arrow, the video company, and I believe they dropped this when they released Pieces on Blu-ray. Comes with a nice OBI, and it is composed by Stelvio Cipriani, Carlo Maria Cordio, and Fabio Frizzi, who is fucking outstanding. This is a good soundtrack. It's a better soundtrack than it is a movie. I like Pieces, but it is probably one of the most overrated slashers of its kind. I've never quite understood why it gets all the hype that it gets, other than, I don't know, is it because of the shock factor of the movie itself? I don't know. I've never understood it. It's a goofy movie. If you haven't seen it, it's pretty gory, but it's not like on the level of like Demons splatterific stuff. But it does have a good tagline. You don't have to go to Texas for a chainsaw massacre. No, you don't. Just go to somewhere in Italy that's supposed to be passing off for New York, I believe. And it also features the guy who plays Bluto in Robin Williams' Popeye. So, and this is going to be a pain in the ass to re-sleeve, so we're not going to do that. I throw my hands up in resignation. Just kidding. Next record we're going to show and talk about. Surfnaz Must Die. This fucking soundtrack by John McCallum is fantastic. Is Surfnaz Must Die a horror movie? It's like toes that line of like exploitation, action, horror. It's a trauma movie, so it's not like a good movie, but it is a lot of fun. It's actually probably one of my favorite trauma films. The cover just fucking kills me. Not the original cover, but I like it better. This was put out by Strange Disc. Main character right there. This movie's ridiculous. So it's so good. Mama, that's her name in the movie. Surfnaz Must Die. The soundtrack itself is just really good, like electronic shit. It's very like high energy, so it doesn't kind of like languish in that Tangerine Dream realm or Goblin realm that a lot of the 80s shit does, or not even in that Carpenter realm, unless you're talking about like the more amped up Carpenter, like Big Trouble in Little China, or fucking Vampires is another good one, In the Mouth of Madness. Granted, those are a little bit later than Surfnaz Must Die. Good shit nonetheless. John McCallum, check it out. Next soundtrack, we have got to discuss one of my all-time favorite anthology films ever. Tales from the Hood. Iconic cover. And this is not the score. This is the soundtrack of songs that appear in Tales from the Hood. So you've got shit by Wu-Tang, Face Mob, Spice One is on here, ODB, Enemy and Grinch the Mean One, Fucking Havoc and Prodigy. Dude, shit's fucking great. MC8, Gravediggers, Boki Loke, The Click. This fucking record rules. You can pick up the score. It's another Christopher Young score. It's not super easy to find. I like these old MCA labels also. Really nice. And that score is fucking amazing. It's great. But these cuts perfectly suit the movie. It's awesome. He had this available at Daybreak a couple years back, and I had to fucking go swoop on it ASAP. Shit rules. Here's an OG, much like that Tales from the Hood. The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing, composed by Ennio Morricone. The soundtrack's amazing. Probably one of the best soundtracks in the collection here, if I'm honest. Released by MCA Records. It's another old MCA label, even older than that Tales from the Hood. What to say about this soundtrack? I think there was a lot of collaboration between Morricone and John Carpenter in how the songs on this came out. I am receiving on camera. Sue me. It's my channel. But a lot of people accuse it straight up of being Carpenter's music 100%, and then just giving Morricone the credit because of contractual obligations. I don't think that's true. It's one of those like goofy fucking stories that nobody can really corroborate. Doesn't deter the fact that this soundtrack is fucking awesome. Yeah, there's not much more I can say about it beyond that. And the last one that I pulled to show, certainly not least, Zombie 3. Yeah, Zombie 3. Fucking Stefano Minetti. And then Clue in the Crew. This movie. This movie's madness, first off. So you may wonder, Zombie 3, what's Zombie 2? Zombie 2 is actually Zombie, Lucio Fulci's Zombie. Zombie 1, Dawn of the Dead, known in Europe as Zombie. This was kind of a Fulci movie. 1988, mostly directed by Bruno Mattei. If you know much about Italian schlock, Bruno Mattei's like one of those fucking names, high up there with like Claudio Fragasso. In fact, I'm pretty sure, yeah, Fragasso wrote the screenplay to Zombie 3. Did I pull out the vinyl? I think I did not, but it's pretty classy looking. So, see that green? Oh, so nice. I mean, really, do you care? It all plays the same music regardless of the color of the vinyl. Just anyway, excellent fucking soundtrack to a crazy, hilarious, amazing, awesome movie. Yeah, that's all I've got. That's all I pulled. I could have pulled more, but we'd be going into repeat territory. Also, side A of the Reanimator soundtrack in it, so it's like a perfect time to end this shit. I gotta get dinner going. But thank you for watching. Wanted to throw this up real quick. You'll probably be seeing it Sunday. In the meantime, take care of yourselves, YouTube. Keep it real. Thanks for watching. Thanks for leaving comments, engaging me in that convo that keeps me coming back to doing these videos. On that note, take care of yourselves, stay healthy, and peace out.